Recording. All right, guys. Welcome in to the fifth ever episode of Supper with the Squad, a podcast where once a week we take a member of the community and try to get to know them better with some of the most ridiculous questions possible. I'm your host, Rabbit, and I'm joined today by my good buddy and co-host, which is also the main host.
The assistant too.
No. I have to say that for him. You probably know him best as the community's most lovable teddy bear, but I just call him Smitty. Smitty, how's it going, brother?
It's going good. It's been a while, everybody.
It has been a little bit. Yeah.
Had a special guest tonight. I have a little introduction I would like to start off with, then you can say your thing about
Hit it, brother.
Gunner. So, very, very beloved member of our community and who is really bad at Call of Duty. That's all I got to say. 3-0, buddy.
You're going to hate my intro then. But yeah.
That's crazy. I had to get that out there. You guys start the podcast with no lies.
Anything else about Gunner?
That's it.
All right. Well, then to intro Gunner, we are joined today by a very special guest. He's a pillar of this community, known best for his generous heart, massive trolling ability, and the man to skunk Smitty in 1v1s. Please give a big welcome to our pal Matt, aka Gunner.
That was lies, by the way. About the 1v1.
That was good.
Anyways, Gunner, so if you've watched any of this, basically where we go from here is like, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, honestly, like start from the beginning. Like a lot of people would be like, they kind of cut it short. This is the part where you can like do the most of like without us like prying. So,
okay. Like, do you remember being born? Like, let's start there.
Starting from your mom. Born. Never mind.
So I was conceived. I'm just kidding. So
we go past that part.
I was born in Galway, Ireland, actually, while my parents were missionaries over there.
Wow.
And it was, well, I come from a big family. 5 brothers, 2 sisters, 8 kids altogether. They were missionaries to Ireland for 11 years and then came back to the States. Just did some pastoral work off and on different churches. But yeah, I was only in Ireland for the first 11 months of my life. So I don't remember any of that time, but I do have dual citizenship.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sick.
Yeah. I think that's the only reason my wife married me, honestly.
Wait, so back up for a second. How many siblings do you have?
5 brothers, 2 sisters.
All biological or adopted or?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All.
Yeah.
Oh.
To your parents, natural. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Catholic rabbits, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Are you the like oldest, youngest?
Second from the bottom.
Okay.
So, yeah, and there's a 20-year split between my youngest brother and my oldest brother.
That sounds about right with that many kids, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Otherwise, about that, your mom's gonna be in pain. Oh.
Right? Like how much that would change. She had her first kid in the 70s, and she gave birth to her last kid in the 90s. I'm like,
yo, that's crazy. Actually crazy. To think about that, that's actually crazy.
The world just would have changed in that time.
How are your mom and dad now?
My mom's pretty good. My dad's dead.
Well, that's
Sometimes I like throw a little like humor in with it. My dad would have appreciated it. It's dark.
Yeah,
it's not everything.
No. I'm the same way. It's you can deal with something, all these things in different ways. So,
right? No, yeah, no. My mom's doing well. I think we're getting ready to do. Oh, I'm trying to remember what birthday it is. that's coming up actually in a couple weeks.
Mm.
75? Or it's yeah, somewhere in there. Um, so growing up, yeah, a lot of friends my age, my parents were the age of their grandparents. So
Oh,
it was
right. I didn't think
a
about
little bit,
that. Yeah.
Mm.
but yeah.
And now,
So
no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go on.
I was gonna say, yeah. So we left Ireland. I was 11 months old. Moved back to Iowa, St. Charles, and small little town in Iowa. And they had like a missionary housing, and so we stayed there for a couple years. Um, I moved a lot. It's like if I was to track every move through this, it's significant. I might have forgot a few.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, I lived in uh, Iowa for a while. Moved to Denver, Colorado. Lived there for 4 years, and I think my dad worked some off and on jobs. I don't think he was a pastor at all in that time. He worked at like UPS, Best Buy, odds and ends stuff.
Yeah. Just
Uh,
making the bills. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mom worked very little off and on outside of the house. Obviously, trying to raise that many kids, and yeah, I don't know how she did it. Bless her heart. That's a full time job and then some,
Yeah.
especially because we were ruthless. But moved to upstate New York when I was 9, I believe. Took a pastorate up there. Um, we were, yeah. I mean, that was a pretty crucial set of years because I mean that was 9 to uh 14,
Okay.
so
Mm.
a lot of changes in life at that point, a lot of growing up.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I feel like I'm still flying through stuff, but if you have any questions
No,
or
no, no.
anything,
Yeah. No, we'll definitely follow up. You're doing great, dude. Yeah.
yeah, I like to do a lot of stuff outdoors, ride bikes, play paintball with my older brothers, basketball, yeah, stuff like that. It's pretty active, kind of regular pastor's kid stuff for like a old school, very conservative Baptist.
Mm.
Pretty sheltered,
Mhm.
pretty pretty locked down on a lot of that stuff. Um, which is one of those things that obviously I hated growing up, but looking back, I'm just like,
Right.
thank you,
Yeah.
because I see how a lot of other people ended up that were, you know, being raised in very different homes, and pretty thankful for that. Um, yeah, we were there for 5 years. Left that church, moved to Schenectady, New York, which is just outside of Albany. Lot bigger town than what we were in. That was a huge change, and it was right as I was starting ninth grade, and I was starting to grow then, and so I was probably 6'1" already, um, somewhere in there, maybe taller. Uh, oh yeah, so before that, we had been going to like public school, and then there was a year where when we moved to New York, we tried like a Christian school for probably not even a year, and that didn't work out, and then we ended up in public school. And then at some point, must have been, I don't know, 8th grade, we my mom found a book I was reading in school, Lord of the Flies,
Oh,
and did not like it at
I
all.
love that book.
So they decided they were going to pull us from school and homeschool us, as in like middle of the day, they just showed up to the school, and we get called down to the office, me and my 3 other siblings that were in school at the time.
Yeah.
They're like, "All right, clean out your locker. We're taking you home." I'm like, "Okay." So that was a bit of a change, bit of an adjustment for a young kid. Um, and then I think we ended up doing that for like a year and a half maybe, and then the rest of it was public school. But moved was in Schenectady for 2 years and then moved up to upstate New York, like right on the Canadian border.
Okay.
Um, finished out 2.5 years of high school up there. Moved around like a couple different houses
So
and
like
situations.
when you moved up there, that was public school, or you were still doing homeschool then?
Yep, nope, that was public school.
Okay. So
Oh,
they
so
did
even
let you back in after all that kind of stuff.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I was homeschooled. I think it was um probably like halfway through 7th grade and then all of 8th grade. And then
Okay.
ninth grade we moved to Schenectady and went back to the public school.
Got you.
Uh, yep. And then upstate New York, finished out my last 2.5 years of high school up there. Um, yeah, nothing super crazy in that time. Um, throughout all this, I'm, playing basketball when I can here and there. Ended up finding out I had Osgood Schlatters, I believe is how you pronounce it, in ninth, 10th grade, something like that. It's a knee condition where not everything grows at the same rate, so you get a lot of knee issues and whatnot. So
Got you.
that kind of took me down from doing much with sports after that.
Yeah.
That was a hard adjustment, but um, all growing up, obviously the pressure of being the pastor's kid, the pastor's family, all that, all eyes on you. Um, but just kind of did the regular thing and went to church, helped out, helped with VBS, all of that. Um, yeah. And then 2006, I graduated high school.
Same.
Nice.
You're
Well,
too old.
actually,
We're both old. Yeah.
I'm old. Yeah, I know. Right, little grays in there
No,
somewhere.
I got plenty of grays. You don't have to look for them.
I'm sure once that kid gets here, I'll have plenty of them.
No.
But yeah, so I'd gone to my last 2 years of high school. Uh, I spent half the day going to a tech college to learn auto body and
Hey, there you
prepare
go.
for finishing.
Mhm.
Um, so I thought by the time I graduated, I was going to be going to the next level of college for that, and it was going to be paid for by BMW, and I was going to go and learn to paint from them, and they were going to pay for school and all that. And it was like great. I was stoked. They're all like, "Oh yeah, you're going to start out making six figures, all this stuff." I'm like, "Great, let's do it. Sign me up." And my instructor went down to the school in Texas to check it out because me and one other kid were interested in going. So he's like, "I'll go down there and check it out, see what it's like." So he went down there. Him and his wife were coming back from a movie, and a drunk driver crossed 4 lanes of traffic and hit him on the sidewalk and killed him. Uh, so that kind of altered my plans there. I didn't really feel like going down there anymore.
Mhm.
Um, ended up deciding I wanted to just come out to Iowa because a lot of my older siblings had ended up back out here at that time. And my sister was starting to have a couple kids. And so I was like, hey, I want to go out there, be with my older siblings who there was enough of an age gap. It was kind of like, at times, it was almost more like they were like aunts and uncles. We didn't see them very often.
Sure.
We'd see them
Yeah.
on holidays and stuff.
Mm.
And, they were so much older that I didn't really know them super, super well growing up. So, uh, yeah, graduated in 2006, moved out to Iowa, lived with my brother and his wife, and just kind of started working. And I was 17 at the time. Um, and yeah, feel like I'm saying and a lot.
No,
You're good.
you're giving it exactly what we want. Yeah. No, it's
But,
and I'm not saying anything against anyone else that has said anything, but yeah, no, when we want backstory, you're giving us exactly what we're asking for. So
perfect.
no, we
Um,
we can eliminate a lot of questions just simply based off of what you're giving us. And I
Yeah.
don't mean eliminate them in a bad way. It's like no, we want
We're gonna wrap
to
this up
get to know Gunner because we love Gunner. So
for-
yeah,
moved out here, started working, put in a bunch of applications to try and get a job in the field I had a degree in, to try and get a job at a body shop.
sure, yeah,
Put out some applications, never heard back. It's probably because I was 17 and they're like, what does this kid know? Ended up getting a job at UPS working overnights, loading trucks. That was a fun job. I actually really, really enjoyed that. I did that for a year and a half until I went to a concert with a bunch of my friends. And I can't even remember what concert it was. And I decided to put a friend of mine on my shoulders. And trying to think of how to put this delicately. My back was not up for the task. So I ended up injuring my back a little bit and ended up having to quit UPS because my back was just in pretty rough shape. And the stress of loading tractor trailers all night was getting to it. So I worked at Target for a little bit, crushed it there. Worked in the kitchen. I was making the little pizzas and everything. Worked at Target for a while. Well, for a while I was working Target and UPS, and I was young and dumb, and I've probably always had a problem with. I tend to overwork or just bury myself in work sometimes, and so yeah, between the two jobs, I would get up and work the 8 a.m. to like 3 or 4 at Target, go home, try to get any of my laundry done or whatever that I had to do. And then I would go work the night shift at UPS from 10 to 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And sleep for a couple hours, and I did that for like 9 months. I was just practically killing myself. Yeah, one night I thought I almost died. I thought I was going to. I overdid it on caffeine. Way too much. I did set a record though for the most number of boxes loaded in a night.
There you go.
Loaded 2.5 semi trucks by myself, and the shift manager comes by, and I am just flinging these boxes in the truck, and he's like, "Are you good, dude? What are you doing?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm great, man. Just working." But I got home that night, and I tried to sleep, and I was laying there, and like my body was twitching with every pulse, and I'm like, I'm gonna die tonight. I'm not gonna wake up. And I woke up and I was fine. It was crazy. But yeah, I drank I got a 44-ounce Mountain Dew at the gas station, drank it halfway down, filled it back up with 2 Monsters, and drank that, and then went to work.
World.
No, don't do that, kids. Don't do that. Yeah, that was a little sketchy. Try not to do that anymore. Just a little coffee. But yeah, ended up my back was messed up. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. I was looking through the paper for job postings on my lunch break, and I found one that said they wanted someone with fiberglass experience to work on bathtubs. And I'm like, well, I can do fiberglass with cars. Can't be too hard, right? So I went and did that. A year and a half. It was a great job. I loved it. I loved driving. Half the time was driving, and I'd just go around and fix like little chips in a lot of new construction. And some of it not so little. I don't know if you know this, but in the construction process, the bathtubs go in the house right after the framing's done.
Yep.
And so it's not the most delicate of people installing these. And there's literally been like 2-foot holes missing from the corner of a tub. And they're like, yeah, just go ahead and patch that with fiberglass and airbrush it in and make it look good. I'm like, okay. I hate to be that homeowner, but if I did that to your house, I'm sorry. I take no responsibility for that. I was just doing what I was told. Did that for a while, and then the 2008 housing crash happened, the whole, economy crash and everything. And the guy I was working for, turns out his uh, brother ran a big body shop in the area, and he said, "Hey, I know that's what you went to school in. So do you want to go do that?" I said, "Sure." So I went over because he just said, I don't have any work to keep you busy because everything's gone. Um, I went over and started there, and blinked, and now it's 15 years I've been there,
Wow.
which is crazy to say out loud. It
Yeah.
doesn't seem like that, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a testament to God bringing us through things that we would never possibly imagine.
No,
So
100%.
yeah,
100%.
that's really cool, brother.
Um, I know that's as far as my work stuff. I skipped a ton in there. Uh, so moved out here. Um,
So you're still in Iowa.
yeah. Still in Iowa. Yep. Still in Iowa. It's the longest I've lived anywhere in my whole life by
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah.
I think normally before I moved out here, um, the longest we had lived in one house was 4 years.
Okay.
A lot of like 6 month, 1 year, 2 year, stuff like that. But so I was probably ready for a little stability.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you gave us a lot of things that we would normally just kind of ask, so that's
Yeah.
absolutely perfect. Um, Smitty, you got anything to kind of to like jump us off of that?
Looking real quick to see if there's anything in the chat. Um, Nothing in the chat so far.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead, Smitty.
yeah, no, you go first.
No, okay. So we know like the state that you grew up in, all that kind of stuff. We know you told us the siblings.
Yep.
Like so you grew up. It was public school, private
Yep.
school, public school.
Public school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
public school the whole time.
Pretty much
Do you
all.
remember what your high school mascot was?
Oh, which high school?
Well, I guess the one you graduated from. Do you remember what
The
that
one I
was?
graduated from. The Raider. Yeah.
Raiders,
Mm,
pretty good. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Do you remember like what your graduating class size was?
Oh man. I think my graduating class would have been about 70, 80 kids, maybe.
Okay, on
It
the
wasn't
smaller
as
side for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Um, and then I'll ask you, and then I'll let Smitty go. Um, what was so when you were growing up? What was the family car?
Oh man. That we went through so many different vehicles.
Yeah,
Uh,
walk us through it. Yeah.
let's see. First car I can remember. Um, I think that was the
Because that's a
Pinto,
lot of kids.
mhm.
or was it a Pinto? No, it was a big station wagon. I can't remember what it was, but it was a big station wagon because I apparently tried to steal it and go joyriding. I'm not really, but I was 3 or 4 years old. My mom ran
Oh,
back in the house
okay,
to get
got you.
stamps. I crawled out of my car seat onto the front bench and put it into gear
Gotcha.
Come
and
on.
rolling. And so my brother, who was in high school at the time, just looks out and sees the car starting to roll down the street, ran out and stopped it. But yeah, so old station wagon, probably an old
So you
Oldsmobile.
started trolling early. So yeah,
Way
Started
early.
young.
Yeah. Definitely. I I get that in from the start, you know?
there you go. That's a good one.
We
Smitty,
we've
you got
had
one off of like the
Yeah.
early childhood stuff.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite like childhood memory?
favorite childhood memory. Um, yeah, that's a good question. There's a lot. Um, I guess probably all of the work that my dad would put into. He did a lot of the cooking and baking, especially around the holidays or if we were doing something big. And so anytime you'd get, 1 or 2, 3 days out from a holiday, you could count on dad being up first thing in the morning, down there singing in the kitchen, getting stuff going. And
Mm.
That's
that was
dope.
just,
Yeah.
that was always fun to wake up to because on those days he'd either make cinnamon rolls in the morning or
Mm.
coffee cake. And yeah,
Love
that
it.
was great. Especially now looking back, like holidays just aren't the same. But I'd say yeah, family time together around the holidays.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Mm. So I got
Go
another
ahead.
one.
No, no, yeah, got it. Yeah, go again. Yeah, go ahead.
So do you remember when you got saved and like where, and or you have like your story for that? You want to share?
So yeah, you know, good life, pastor's kid, all of that stuff. I got saved when I was, let's see, would have been like 7.
Mhm.
I am really bad with I'll get to it later as to why that might be, but I do have a hard time with remembering dates and stuff. But
Mm.
uh yeah, I remember that uh my sister, they said my sister was going to get baptized, my older sister. And well, I said, well, why? What does that mean? And so my dad talked to me, walked me through that, and I was like, well, yeah, I want to get baptized, so I want to be saved. I don't want to go to hell. And so yeah, I said a prayer, and then like a week later, I was getting baptized with my sister, um, and just grew up in the church, and like I said, helped out with VBS and was there every Sunday, and yeah, all of that. Um, and then fast forwarding, way fast forwarding to um 2000 uh 2013. I was dating my girlfriend at the time, who is now my wife,
Hey, let's go.
and
Yes.
we'd been dating for about a year and a half, and I finally confronted and came to the realization that uh, I wasn't saved. Um,
Whoa.
I had, grown up around it, and I knew what to say, and I said those things, and that was that was that. But what people didn't know is that in the background, um, that's probably the first time I've said this in a setting like this, but um, yeah, unfortunately, um, I had some pretty nasty sin that
Hit it, brother. We're not here to
hiding.
judge. So,
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Not at all.
and I was hiding that from everyone, my family, everyone, and it had just gone on for so long that it's just how it was. I think when I was younger, it was probably fear or pride that held me back from saying anything
hmm,
Mhm.
because in my mind, the older people in the church, right? They're perfect. They've got it all together.
Mhm. Yep.
And
yeah, right.
I
Mhm.
can't go in there and say, "Hey, I'm a sinner," right? There's no way.
Yeah.
Uh, what would people think? And so sadly, that that held me back for a long, long time, and it came to the point where um, I was dating my wife, and I basically said, "I can't be, um, I can't be the future godly husband I need to be if I let this keep going. And
That is awesome.
I can't even remember what the pastor was
Amen.
preaching that day, but I basically just said, "Yeah, I'm done trying to do it on my own. I'm done trying to get myself out of this." And yeah, got saved, and when I talked to some people in my cell group, and they were all obviously very shocked, but very happy and very supporting, because
Sure.
literally nobody saw this coming, and managed to go and so as I was saying all of this of like I need to get my life together, all this, I decided that until I got that figured out, I needed to break up with my girlfriend
Mm,
and get my life figured out.
I can understand
So
that reasoning. Yeah.
I had to try to win her back. Thankfully, she said yes. But
Yeah, I mean, you're just so darn cute. Of
yeah,
course you did. So
Oh yeah.
but yeah, that's
well, I think that she could see that your reasoning was true. That there was good intention in
yeah.
trying to lead your family the way that God calls us to lead. So, dude, I am
That is awesome. Oh yeah.
so good.
Sure, dude.
I could applaud you for a day, dude. That's so good. Yeah, so good. And I pray that your marriage would continue to be blessed in all of that. And dude, that's so good. Yeah, Smitty, I'll let you go off of that. I'm gonna recover for a second.
Get on the way, dude. W.
Absolute W's.
W.
Absolute
That is
W's.
awesome,
It's so good, dude.
I don't know where to go from here.
I mean, that's the thing. It's be like,
holy
dude,
cow.
Gunner, do you know how many men need to hear that? Bro, it's
that's I that's one of the reasons I was more than happy to do this, because I don't know, I'm not a great speaker, and I feel like I don't necessarily have the most riveting testimony as far as like I didn't grow up in drugs and alcohol and abuse and like so many other horrible ways that kids grow up, and broken homes and all sorts of stuff. But I just grew up coasting through and just saying the lines, and yeah,
Smitty, I
and
hope you're reading chat because I can't see it at all. This is on you.
I got it.
letting
Because Gunner, dude, I mean,
yeah.
I've loved you for any months, but dude, hearing, that's crazy. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
I'm glad to call you my friend.
Yeah.
I'm glad to call you guys friends. It's been an amazing community. Really changed my life.
Okay. So I think that can
I think we can transition off of that, Smitty.
yeah. Okay. So
we can bring it up lighthearted now because we've gotten to know Gunner so much, and he's incredible. So
okay. So how did you come to find the C2C community?
TikTok.
Okay.
Yep. Scrolling through TikTok, probably scrolling through junk and stuff you shouldn't be scrolling through and all that. And suddenly, boom, there's this guy talking about Jesus playing Call of Duty. And I'm just like, what? Like, what is this? Who is this guy? And just, yeah, it was super convicting. Some of the videos and the stuff he was putting out. And I was like, man, I want to be a part of this. I want to figure out who this is and yeah.
That's
So I
yeah,
went over to the Twitch and said hi and been there ever since.
that's awesome. So cool. Um, I think we can probably rattle through some more questions now. I mean, we got to know Gunner on a little bit of a deeper level. I mean, we loved him beforehand, but I mean, hearing
Oh,
his
yeah.
story now, it's like how like I think that everyone that's watched him be like, how in the world has Gunner not more endeared himself to this chat? So, I mean, dude, we are. I guess that to say we are all for you. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
I appreciate that, man.
And I'll give myself a second. Um, uh,
Did we get into some fun questions
yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing here, Smitty.
with this legend of a man
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here?
yeah. We're
Right.
gonna, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get into some fun questions. I'm gonna try to start from like little Gunner, little Matt.
Mhm.
Have you ever had your mouth washed out with soap?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Got any stories?
Um, I'm not sure if I can actually remember anything that would have got my mouth washed out with soap, but I did receive several spoons across the backside. Um, I think once was for flipping off the bus driver, which was not good.
Hey,
That was
All right, all right, yeah,
hey,
yeah.
remind me to never beat you again in a 1v1.
Yeah.
um,
I got the hickory, and I had to go choose it. It's not
uh,
big enough. You gotta go back, get another one.
uh, Gunner, do your parents still live in the same house you grew up in?
No.
Okay, so the house you grew up in, was it a road? Was it a road or street or avenue? Like, what was? Do you remember the name of it that you're comfortable to share?
Um, so I think as far as actual addresses, I'm pretty sure I'm up to 20 at this point.
But was it like my like okay? So my first one was Harvest Road. Did you do you
Like,
remember what
first,
the name of the first one was?
the first one I can remember, I can't remember the one in St. Charles. I think it was probably just Main Street because it's whatever the church address was.
Okay,
But I
yeah.
do remember the one in Denver because it was 55555 Billing Street.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. There we go.
No.
It's an interesting one. Somebody you got one?
Um, so like growing up, and you can still imagine like what you want it to be this day. Um, but what was the like superpower you wanted to have when you were a kid or now?
Um, Superman. Like I
Good one.
just wanted to be Superman. Like he was the comic that my uh older brother was a fan of the most,
Mhm.
and my older brother was just older than me, and so obviously that influences the younger brother a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say Superman. That's
Growing up, did your mom keep the butter on the counter or in the fridge?
uh probably, yeah, probably in the fridge.
Mm.
What do you think about mayo? You a fan?
Not really. No.
Okay.
No.
Makes me think a little different of you now, but
How about like
okay,
what
Fair enough.
about Miracle Whip? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
there you
Go ahead, Smitty.
go. We'll keep it on food
Go
since
for
this
it.
is a really big um, topic in this community. Does pickles belong on chicken sandwiches?
I just want to say,
Oh,
for the
uh-oh.
record, unequivocally,
Mhm.
if you don't put pickles on your Chick-fil-A sandwich, get your act together, okay?
Let's
Just
go, baby. Let's
figure out what you
go.
got in your life.
Yes,
Get
That's
your
a
act.
you're that guy.
W.
Oh,
pickles go on the sandwich.
100%.
Let's go.
Gunner, you had me going, dog. I thought for sure you would be like, no pickles. Even though I remember, yeah.
Guy. I know better.
Pickles all the way.
All right, let's. I don't even have this written down. We're already on Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
What's the sauce that you get?
Chick-fil-A sauce.
My
Listen, here,
brother.
Is there number 2?
right?
Okay.
Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich with extra pickles with pepper jack cheese. And
Okay.
you put some Chick-fil-A sauce on it. That's that. That's the best
I
sandwich.
could get
Yeah.
down with that. That's not my exact order, but I could get down with that. Yeah.
Same.
Okay,
Yeah.
which leads me to my next question.
Yep.
Sweet tea or unsweet tea?
So I'm gonna have to split the difference here, and Arnold Palmer. If I can order something with tea, it's gonna be an Arnold Palmer probably.
Yeah, I like Smitty. Here's the thing: like Iowa is not necessarily ingrained to the South.
I know that's why I was
Yeah.
very.
It's not like because my dad growing up, he was all about iced tea, like all the time.
What
In
was
the
he
summer-
about sweet tea though? Because there's a big difference between iced tea and
No.
sweet tea.
No, he did like sugar in his tea,
Mhm.
but it was definitely not sweet tea because we went down to Florida one time,
Yeah.
like
Preach.
the first and last and only family vacation we all really took.
Mhm.
2015. Went down to Florida with my dad, going through Georgia. Stopped at I can't remember what restaurant it was, maybe, but he ordered a sweet tea because he always got iced tea, and he took one sip of that, and I thought he was gonna die right then and there. And he's like, "This is way too sweet. What is?" I'm like, "We're in the South. What'd you expect?"
Yeah.
It was too much for him. Way too much for him.
All right, I got another one based off of Little Gunner. What was like a typical family vacation?
So, we were poor.
Okay.
So we had a million kids and one
Right.
income. It
Yeah.
wasn't very much fun. So the only thing we did that was close to vacations was we traveled out to Iowa two different times from New York for Christmas. So most of the time we just drive. One time we flew because for some reason after September 11th, Christmas flights were really cheap.
I don't doubt that at all. So,
That was the one time my parents could afford plane tickets for 5 people.
yeah.
So we flew out in Christmas. But yeah, the only vacations or anything that I would say I remember anything like that would be just coming out to visit some of the older kids over the Christmas break or whatever, which is a great time.
Cool. That's awesome. Love that. Somebody, you got one before I move on? Like I'm moving on slightly, but oh wait. Let me.
We got one from
I got one. I got one.
Okay.
Growing up, butter on the counter or in the fridge?
You already said that.
No, I didn't.
already-
I thought that was mayo.
No,
No.
you did that before mayo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
you're
thinking. I was thinking mayo for that one when I asked it. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. Go ahead, Smitty.
It's just one from the chat.
Yeah.
If you want to, Liz said mayo in the fridge.
Mayo has to be in the fridge, right?
Oh, who's my favorite mod or mods?
Oh gosh.
You're gonna start something with this. The first person.
Start
podcast.
something. I'm just trying to end it. Like, this is it.
Yo, I'm with Gunner. Where do we end it?
Dirtbag.
Hey, Liz is still in here. Okay, we're okay for now.
I'm just saying. That's now listen, I will say that's the mod that I probably just have the most interaction with.
Okay. no, and I'm no dirtbag's great.
She's a great
Yeah.
person.
I just didn't think you were gonna say dirtbag.
Oh,
Yeah.
who have I said?
I thought you were going to say me. Never mind.
You're not.
It doesn't matter.
You're my favorite VIP. Oh, never mind.
Yo. Yeah, well, he changed that up quickly. Okay, okay, Gunnar, let's get to a few other because we're like 45 minutes in. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have a moment in your childhood where you felt it necessary to switch to boxers? Like you were wearing whitey tighties and you're like, I have to go to boxers.
Yeah.
100,
Yeah,
I
think
did.
it was
6th grade. I was like, I was wearing whitey tighties. Everybody else around me wearing boxers.
I think that was. Oh, definitely. That would have been 9th grade, my first year back
9th
to
grade.
public
Okay.
school. 9th grade. I was homeschooled.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that okay. Yeah,
That's
I'm
what
with you. Yeah, that honestly makes sense. Okay.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
reaction.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Well, Smitty, let me rattle through a couple real quick.
Okay.
Do you have a change jar in your house? If so, what is it?
It's right here. It is a classic Mr. Peanut jar.
Okay.
Whoa.
Nice. Like, yeah.
It's actually a bunch of this. Yeah, this is a lot of coin collection and collectibles and currency from overseas and whatnot that my dad collected and left me. But
All right. Socks on first or pants?
socks, socks always on.
Always.
Like
Even with sandals.
You sleep in socks.
5 minutes out of I sleep in socks.
Okay.
Socks always on.
Somebody's gonna
Heated floor. I don't know if you-
Gunner's gonna kill us in the middle of the night, brother.
Hey yo, hold up.
I might start with them on, but I kick them off for sure.
It's too hot.
Okay. Well, okay. I got a couple more, Smitty. Then I'm gonna let you rattle off then too.
I keep my house 68.
68. Yeah. That we keep it 68. Our bedroom is 65.
It stays pretty chilly, so.
Do you pee in the shower?
Not typically.
Mm.
Okay.
I got one.
You know, you left a lot of questions there, Gunner.
I got one to bounce off of that.
Have you ever pooped in the shower? Is what Smitty's about to ask.
No.
I was going to say in public.
Okay, wait. Smitty, ask the question. Go ahead.
Have you ever pooped yourself in public? Hey, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
I've done it. I've done
I
it.
have to
There's no.
multiple times.
You would be the only one here that hasn't done it. So
Like
Kind
a
of
year and a half ago.
I'm just saying. 100%. About a year ago. Yep.
Year ago. I was
Brother, you gotta go. You gotta go.
I was 9, and one of my mom's friends came to visit. Or no, I can't remember. It might have been a little younger. Young enough that she was tickling me. And
Yo, if you were 9 and she's tickling you, that's weird. Gunner, were you
Younger.
19 and she was tickling you?
memory.
Just tell us. Just tell us the truth. You were 19. She's tickling you. You pooped yourself. That's all we needed to know. It's fine.
Eat myself, and I was a young child. I was not 19. That's great.
Not the way I'm gonna remember it, but sure.
So, 119.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Smitty. You got some?
Okay. Have you ever seen Bigfoot, and do you believe in Bigfoot?
No, I don't believe I've ever seen him. I did try to find Nessie when I was over in Scotland last year. No luck
Mm,
there.
mm. You'll find her one day.
Someday.
Okay. Okay. So who? I guess you probably don't want to answer this now because you're married. But growing up, who was your celebrity crush?
I'd answer that. What? Go ahead.
Or one
Uh,
now?
You want me to answer it?
growing up,
Go ahead.
probably Kirsten Dunst.
Who?
That's a good one.
Kirsten Dunst, the
Smitty.
from Spider-Man.
The red hair chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's how does he not know? Is he like 10? How old is he?
He's 24.
24.
I'm just
I mean,
out.
I didn't know like that was her real name. But
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, yeah. The
Um,
girl who played Mary Jane in the original Spider-Man trilogy.
I never thought she was hot. I'll throw that out there.
yeah, I thought she's mid.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, I agree with Smitty on that one.
I'd rather go for like the blonde hair chick in third Spider-Man.
I can't remember who that was. Oh,
I don't know her name, but
yeah,
Oh,
Smitty, we are missing so many comments in chat. I hope you're reading them.
oh, sorry.
Am I
Um,
pro missions on DMZ? Or are you pro slamming dads on DMZ?
No.
Oh yeah, I've already. There's only been one of Alan's
Oh.
questions,
okay.
and then the other one.
Um,
You can just ignore that.
okay.
Sorry, Alan.
All right. Have you ever smoked a cigarette? And if so, how young? How young were you?
No, I have not.
Okay. Have you ever bought a grocery store birthday cake for yourself when it wasn't your birthday?
Oh. I don't know if it was specifically like. Are we talking like it was the birthday cake
No.
flavor or just a birthday
Well,
cake?
I'm saying there was a birthday cake. Maybe it was on sale,
Oh, like
and you were like, "Yo, that's such a good deal. I'm gonna buy that cake."
I don't think so. Maybe once.
Smitty just admitted to it, by the way. Yeah.
I think maybe once that I feel like a Dairy Queen had like one of the ice cream cakes on sale.
Oh yeah.
I might have just bought it.
Yeah.
No.
So-
do you go? Let's go ahead, Smitty.
Going off of that one, have you ever told the restaurant you were at that it was your birthday to get a free dessert?
Nope.
Or been with a group that said that, not even to you, but to someone else.
Oh yeah, no, I've definitely been with groups that have done
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Do you put potato chips on your sandwich?
Not usually. I think I've done it once.
Wow. Okay.
but
Smitty,
I put
he's
those-
coming up pretty clean right now.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Got a really tough one for you.
Okay.
Would you rather lose your arm or lose your leg?
Leg.
Really?
Yeah.
Reason?
I kind of need both my hands to do my job right now.
Good
And
point.
obviously for gaming and whatnot, like I mean, I can still I feel
Sure.
like I can still get
Still
around
get
pretty with a prosthetic or something or
Got you.
I feel like keeping the hands. I'd rather keep the hands.
All right, I got one for you. Ready? What's your favorite dessert, and how often will you have it a week?
Um
Or how often will you have it in general?
trying to think though. There's so many good desserts. I don't typically do a lot of desserts. Um I'd say maybe I don't know, maybe twice a month. There's this little bakery not super far from here that was a cafe bakery and all that, and they've got really good chocolate cakes. But
There you go. That's a good
I'd
one.
say probably like my overall favorite dessert, I don't get very often because I like to do it like if I'm in the South and I can find like a good one, key lime pie.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
That's probably my favorite.
I think I got some I can trip you up on here soon, but we haven't gotten
Nope.
to it yet.
We shall see.
We've been doing this has been like an hour, so we don't have to like
For a big guy, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
an hour's fine. We have plenty of time. Go ahead, Smitty, you got one?
Yeah. So talking about video games, what's your all-time favorite video game?
Super Mario, Super Nintendo,
Like 64?
Super Nintendo.
Oh, Super Nintendo. Okay, that's a good one. I love that game.
Yep, I've beat that probably 3 times. It's a fun game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since we can't really crack him, I think I got one right here that can
Okay.
I
I can crack him, by the
that's
way.
what mess with your mind a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
What number of chickens would it take to take an elephant down?
$384.
That's what it said online, for real.
There you go. Huh?
Shut up,
That's what it said
Smitty. Is that actually
That's
what it said?
Yeah.
So, okay, so Gunner's seen this
No,
before.
No.
No, that's not what it said. He's lying. Yeah,
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah.
he's lying.
There's no
That's not-
way 300 is enough. Not even
think it could be.
close.
I think it would take 3 chickens. All you gotta do is hit the eyes. Go for the eyes, right?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna fall down. All I said was take down.
Uh,
Here's the elephant. Elephant falls off a cliff. 1 chicken. There you go.
How many pillows do you sleep with?
1 or none.
You sleep with
None?
none sometimes?
So you're
I'm-
telling me you just lay straight back on the mattress?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we've
Lying on my
currently
side, I'll grab a pillow and put it under my.
Okay, so we haven't. Okay, here's the thing, Smitty. We definitely have not said at any point that Gunner is not classy, right?
Uh-huh.
He could definitely be classy, but at this point, he could also be a psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're in between those two layers
True.
right now. Yeah.
True.
Now, Gunner, when you say you could just sleep
Yeah.
on no pillow,
Uh-huh.
do you have like a pillow topper mattress, or are you just sleeping on like?
Pillow top. So yeah, I can't remember what kind of mattress we have.
Does your wife hit you? You can tell us.
Nice one. That's why I wear long sleeves.
There we go.
Yeah, no, if I'm sleeping on my back, I normally just put the pillow off to the side.
and nothing under, like nothing on the sides. It's just zero.
Yeah.
I got one that might break him.
Go ahead.
When you take a shower, do you actually wash your feet or do you just spray water? Oh,
No, scrub your feet. No.
no way you do that every time.
Yeah.
So you take a washcloth, right, or a bar of soap.
Or like I have a little scrubby pad thing that, use that on
So you're telling me you shower? Do you shower every day?
not always.
Okay, so what's the normal routine?
Well, in the summer I'll shower every day or twice a day.
Okay, so and then you're saying every time you put a foot up and scrub between your toes?
Yeah. I got like a little
Gunner's a psychopath.
pedestal.
Don't trust
Call
him.
lies.
Nobody trusts Gunner.
Call lies. Call
Nobody,
lies. You can't trust this man.
nobody trusts Gunner.
You can't trust him.
Watermelon's insane. Dude, my wife probably takes faster showers than me.
Oh, I take a shower like in the summer. Like I'll shower twice a day, but it's 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't know. Sometimes I like to just never mind. Actually, that bit get a little too much information out there. Never mind.
You know. But I'm saying if I'm just trying to get like the day stuff off of me. It'll be like, oh, I can do this real
Yeah.
quick. Shower off. jump
Okay,
out.
So when if I would shower twice a day, sometimes it'll get so hot in the summer that I'll come home on my lunch break and shower before I go back to work. If I'm coming home on my lunch break to shower, then I probably won't scrub my feet.
That's crazy, dude.
There it is.
What?
What, he's a nutball? Is that where we're going with this,
Yeah.
Smitty?
Yeah.
Gunner's out of his mind.
It's 100 degrees with the humidity, and you've already sweat through both layers of your
Don't you
shirt
work inside?
right in the morning. I work in a shop that doesn't have air conditioning, and the doors are just
Oh, okay.
Wait, why do you keep the door shut though in the summer?
No, they should keep the door shut because the AC is going.
shut. But I work with not the brightest group of individuals, and they keep the
There we go.
The shop doesn't have
Gotcha.
AC, just big fans. Also, I think y'all got some nasty feet. I'm just saying.
I 100% do. Don't want to see mine. Okay,
alright.
Gunner. Did your parents ever leave you anywhere on accident?
I don't know if they ever did it on accident.
How about on purpose?
No, I'm trying to think. I don't think I ever got left anywhere, but I do know that one of my older brothers got left somewhere and had to end up going talking to like a security guard or something. They came back like an hour and a half later for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think I ever got left anywhere.
Smitty, got one?
Yeah. So, what would be the one weapon to have with you to fight off a zombie apocalypse?
One weapon. Probably just a suppressed rifle and 300 blackout. It's good, right? It's nice and quiet with a suppressor.
So what's going to happen whenever you run out of ammo, though?
Don't run out of ammo.
About to get eaten.
Okay. That's your guide to survival. With
what grocery store did your mom shop at growing up?
Walmart and what was the one? Safeway. That's the big one I remember.
Okay, yeah, Safeway's a good one. Yeah. How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium to medium well, depending on where I'm at.
One more old school one. Do you ever see your parents get in a fight with someone?
See them get in a fight with someone else?
Yeah, not with each other, with someone else.
I don't think so.
Okay, respectable. Yeah,
I can remember. I mean, my dad's definitely had some bouts of road rage, some yelling.
Sure. Yeah.
Seat. But no, I don't think I have.
Yeah, that's normal. How about Smitty, you got one?
Okay, so looking at the world, right? What is the one invention that you think is the most useless invention ever?
The most useless invention ever?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be the clapper light bulb, right?
That's a good one. Yep. Shake weight too.
Like, shake weight. Yeah.
No.
You've done plenty of that work already, Smitty. Get out of here.
Although I have a funny story about shake weights. Unironically,
I'm sorry, Jeffrey. I'm sorry to Smitty and everyone watching.
My dad, unironically,
Smitty didn't deny it though.
I want to shake weight.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
My
ahead.
grandma got it for me.
Yeah.
We'll help you, baby.
He bought my older brother
Gunner. Yeah.
shake weight. He thought it was a good, useful invention. And my dad was the kind of guy we'd do like all our Christmas. we'd do, you
I'm still listening, Gunner. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
all right, I'll let you recover.
Go.
Yeah,
No. Go. I'm sorry. This is so unprofessional of us. Go ahead. I'm listening. I heard what you said.
So we'd all draw names from a hat, and you would get a present for whoever you drew. And my dad never went off anyone's list. Like normally, you would post a list somewhere or make a list and tell people, "Hey, this is some things I'd want." My
Right.
dad was the guy who was like, "I'm just let the spirit lead me. I'm gonna go find something that you're gonna love." My least musically talented brother got a harmonica one year. It's great. But yeah, he bought my older brother a shake weight, and we had the joy of watching as the other kind brothers we were watching him unwrap a shake weight. This I think he was probably 40 years old at the time, and
He was 40.
Old?
my dad thought it was a great gift, and everyone else was just dying laughing, and he didn't get it. He's like, "Well, I thought he could use it." Yeah, it was great.
You just bought your son the D's nuts joke for Christmas.
Pretty much.
Oh my goodness, dude, that is so funny. Sorry for everyone watching that. It like doesn't expect that from the podcast. That's not like, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Also, I don't think that's that bad of a joke. So, I got one for you. Will you get a massage?
Oh, I 100% would. Yeah.
Is his name James or Henry?
I don't know yet.
That's just the pod. Just the pod. Shout out to the stream.
We got one from the chat here. Perfect time for you to answer this. Bring us back together. If there was one person in the Bible that you would like to meet, that's a good one to bring us back.
I don't know. I think one that I don't know if anyone would probably ever say this, but I just think potentially, being on the other side of what he went through and all that, Job.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Yeah, great answer. Yep. I've often thought to myself like, that Job was like all his family was restored and be like, but he got a different wife, a different family, and be like,
Yeah.
And there's a point and be like, mother bleeper, and be like, this isn't my family. These are other people. Like
Right.
what? Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's a really good one. As an adult, how often do you lie to your parents?
Uh,
Because it's we have to admit it's different. Sometimes, most of the time, we lie because we just don't feel like dealing with a question or whatever's going on, right?
Yeah, I would say if any, it'd be like, I don't know, a lie of omission, like just not,
Right. Yeah.
avoiding the question or whatever. And even at that, not very often with my mom. We're
Sure.
pretty close. Like I'd say the only thing I can think of that maybe would come close to that is if uh there was something happening that we just weren't telling the whole family about. We probably
Right.
wouldn't tell them yet. 'Cause
100%. Yeah. And one more, I'll let somebody go. Do you guys have a garage fridge?
no, we do not.
Did you have one growing up?
At different times, I think we had a garage fridge, and then at one point we did have like a huge deep freeze.
Yeah, like a chest freezer.
Yeah, big one out back.
Nice. Ready, go ahead.
Yeah.
How many more do you have?
I got like 4.
Like, okay, you go ahead with those, and then I got
Okay.
one that can kind of start wrap things up.
Did you drink milk with dinner growing up?
Yeah.
Will you still drink milk? Like, just like if you're thirsty, will you just pour yourself a glass of milk?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not judging you. I'm not.
I am.
I am trying not to judge you. Okay. Listen, milk is good. Like if you get a piece of cake or cookies or something like that, it's good. We're nothing if not tolerable. If you hear an ice cream truck, do you wait? Okay, wait. I wrote this one today. If you hear an ice cream truck, even still today, do you have to resist an urge to go running?
Honestly, no.
Because you're already running, or just because you're just
No, I'd say I don't have to, because my wife sometimes tends
owns
to
an
say
ice cream truck? No, I'm just thinking. Go ahead.
bougie. She thinks I'm a little too picky sometimes. and
Wait. Say that again.
Sometimes my wife accuses me of being bougie.
She accuses you of being bougie. Okay,
I can see that.
if that's what's happening, we didn't go deep enough.
I just know it's good.
Okay. So Smitty, mental note between you and I, because we're gonna have Gunner on again.
Oh,
Mental note is we did not go deep enough to see if he's bougie. Thoughts?
Oh yeah.
I'm not. I can promise you I'm not. My wife's wrong.
I mean, what do you think about like cheap sushi? Like from like a grocery store.
Yeah, like Publix, Kroger.
Yeah.
It's probably fine if you like sushi.
But do you like it?
Wait, you don't like sushi?
No. I don't like sushi.
Okay, give us an example of what she's saying you're bougie with.
I don't know. She probably thinks I spend too much on gaming PCs and whatnot.
All right, before we have you on the second time, we have to talk to your wife.
Yeah.
No. That's
we're getting to the bottom of this, and we're going to dive
all right.
deep.
All right,
So
I got a few more questions, and then Smitty can go, and then I got the last one. Have you ever had a thumb ring or a toe ring?
Nope.
Ever?
Nope.
Do you call it mini golf or mini putt-putt?
Both.
Okay.
I've referred to it as both throughout my life, but
Is it a book bag or a school bag?
book bag.
Okay. Smitty, go ahead.
Okay. So my last one for the podcast.
Yep.
Who do you like more? Rabid or myself?
The fact that you ask this question every time, bro.
Crazy.
Say Smitty, he's won every time since, so.
What do you mean?
I get that, but I'm gonna have to say Rabid, because he didn't humiliate me 3-0 in Call of Duty and then bring it up at the start of the podcast.
Okay. Noted.
Crickets.
Noted. Wait till part 2, buddy.
Oh my goodness. You got another one, Smitty?
No, I'm looking at chat. Nothing else from chat.
You ready?
So,
you ready for the last one?
Yeah. Hit him
All right.
with it.
All right. Okay. So for everyone that has been here through all of this, everyone that will watch on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the like button. Like, it does do a lot. Smitty has been great as usual. Gunner has been phenomenal. So We
Yeah.
are so thankful that Gunnar took out the time this week to come and sit with us, to open himself up, tell us stuff that we didn't even know. I mean, Smitty and I already talked beforehand, and we were like, yeah, we already love Gunnar, and we already know so much about him. And so to get to know you better, brother, even without anyone else, just between the three of us, it has been such a blessing. I'm not even kidding you, dude. I'm so appreciative of that. And I hope that everyone else that watches this gets gets that across. Um you're such a cool person. You are such a blessing to us, to the community. Um yeah. And so my last question to you tonight is, do you call it supper or do you call it dinner?
Dinner.
And there we go. That's fine. Now,
Mm.
let's give a big round of applause to Gunnar. He has been so good. That was a phenomenal episode. And yeah, brother, Gunnar, thank you so much for donating your time to us to hear tonight. That was so good. So we love you so much. And dude, you're every time I say you pop into chat, I'm like, yo, Gunnar's here. I'm like, I love it. I love to hear what you're gonna say, like all that kind of stuff, dude. I'm so appreciative of you. I'm sure Smitty is as well.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
yeah, brother, we love you so much. So
Yep.
saying all that, we're gonna sign off right now. Love y'all.